All right, this is a Tascam 238 sync cassette 8-track cassette recorder. Common problem on this is for the Capstan motor to have speed issues due to one of these capacitors going bad and maybe a resistor or something. I bought online a replacement board. But what I noticed, I did not know this, is that I'll have to solder the wires that go to this board right here. That's fine. There's 3 more wires over here. But on the back of this screwed on with this screw, and this screw is a bunch of windings, which is basically the stator of the motor. What I'm gonna do is get the soldering gun out and take off those wires that are soldered on there, and then these pads right here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, I think maybe 8, yeah. There's these little tiny wires that goes to the windings that are mounted on the other side of this board. The new board doesn't have the windings on the back, so I'm gonna have to desolder these, unscrew there's a board, the windings separate from the back of the board, and then I'll have to resolder, mount the windings onto the back of here, pull those wires through, and then solder onto these pads. It's a little more work than I had anticipated, but the alternative, I guess, is locate the capacitor that's gone bad, and I assume pull it off of this one and put it on here. I don't really think that's the way I should do it. Alright, I'm going to try and desolder the winding leads first, because having it steady inside of the mechanism, the cassette mechanism, I think would be helpful instead of having the board loose outside of it. All right. There's a red, brown in the middle, and then orange all the way on the left. And here on this one we had red from the left to the right, red, black, and then red, and then white. Okay, so this is the winding that's on the back of the Capstan board, and that is what I desoldered here. And I think I should be able to, where's my little toothpick? Here. I should be able to these wires are disconnected now, so I should be able to pull these out. Make sure I keep them in order. Okay, so hopefully you can see I've raised up the leads to the windings, desoldered and raised them up. And now I'm going to separate this, the winding board with these screws. So these, I don't know, resistors or something, look like they're epoxied on right here. So I'll have to use a razor blade or something to separate that, because those are soldered to the board, and the new board has those. So grab a razor blade. It just separates. Gotta watch those leads. Probably be a good idea to straighten those out. I'm gonna use my little magnifying spectacles to do this. Alright, so I've sort of straightened those out, if you can see, so that I can fit them through the hole. I don't know if I took note of what orientation this was in. Okay, that's not it. I think that must be it. Did we get all of them in there? One, two, three, four. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, they're all here. So I'm gonna screw that back in. Those tiny screws. This is a terrible workspace, because if I drop the screw, it's going right down into the deck. Oh. Okay, now we're gonna go into the tedious part of soldering these leads back onto the pads. Hopefully it's not tedious. So far it seems pretty straightforward. Thanks to these magnifying glasses. precision toothpick. Can't tell how this one is it's annoying filming stuff like this at the same time. I might stop. Let's see. I gotta get these separated. There we go. Lay that one down. Alright, that side looks pretty good. Let's turn this around. Oh shit, where'd that one go? Oh, it's right there. I don't want to break it. They're so tiny. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, all on their pads. So I'm gonna bring the soldering gun over here. And so now I'm gonna bring it back over to the cassette mechanism and solder on the wiring harnesses to this side and this side. Alright, so I'm gonna see if some hot glue can get these guys down. Let's see. No. I mean, it could. I think that's what it originally was, but that didn't work that well. Let's see. Hold on. That thing is in the way. holding it down with my finger. Hopefully that did nothing. Right. So I don't know. I don't know if that's going to be a problem, actually. I have sort of just mashed a bunch of glue onto it. Kind of feel like that's no good because will they overheat or and now there's just too much glue. How do I get it off? I'm gonna see if I can use the soldering gun to okay. So the glue and the resistors, they were kind of raised up so that the rotor that is going to go right here was going to touch it, I think. Hopefully, when I assemble this, this is all going to, nothing is going to be touching. Okay, so we've got those resistors bent over and glued down. We've got each of our leads for the windings soldered on. Now I just need to solder on the, I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 wires. Should be pretty straightforward. And then these two. Ooh, here I better solder this red one on first. I'm gonna solder one at a time. There's the black one. Let's put these ones on because that last one is real short. Now, gotta get these ones, which is a short one, in there. more difficult. Let's see. I might need to grab some pliers or something. Oh, wait. I think it went through. Yeah. It just landed where it was supposed to land. It's not pretty, but pretty sure everything's solid. Nothing shorted. All right, I'm gonna put it back together. So I had to do a little resoldering of some wires. These 3 wires over here, the orange, brown, and red, I had connected on this. It's labeled number 4, 3, 2, 1. I had the orange going into 4, brown into 3, red into 2. And I just looked at a picture, and I should have looked at the picture before I did it. I just didn't want to stop the recording. But yeah, the picture isn't totally clear, but it looks like I had them shifted. So I just resoldered, or I shifted them down 1 so that it's on number 3, 2, and 1. What was happening is the winding is no longer there, which is good, but when I hit play, it didn't want to go anywhere. So I forgot to also wrap these wires up. Okay. So let's pop that in. Power on. It is quiet. Usually it would be whining right now. Pop a tape in, and it's playing. Variable speed works. I think it's fixed. I've fixed it.